Hey, what it do, baby? Welcome to Magenta Number. Thank you guys for liking, watching, and subscribing. Okay, so yesterday we got an errata, right? That said that the new villainous leader can actually use fucking extra cards. So what did we say? I think so, Alex. I know that you already like this leader a little bit. How does this change your thoughts on the leader? While you talk about that, I'll go right into it because we're deck building this bitch right now. We I was going to sleep and I call Chris and we're talking. I'm literally about to go to sleep because I'm on like early shifts. And I'm like, bro, what are we gonna do about this? And Chris is like, oh, I think I got some spice for it. So we're gonna build that right now. But first, yeah, Alex, while I get there, tell me what your thoughts were on the leader before the errata, and like now where your head's at, I guess.
Well, I thought the leader was already good before the errata. The issue was it had a one negate being Frieza, which was the issue. So you couldn't stop anything from happening. Now, though, the fact that you can include extra cards and you can include negates like token negates, power burst, petrification, things like that, it's definitely going to make the deck a lot better now.
Yeah, here, let me share my screen. I guess I could start with that. I don't know if you guys want to see it, but I'll go live, I guess. If you guys want to check that out, I don't know. Can you even, Chris? You're on a train or some shit, right?
Yeah, I mean, if I can't really talk and watch the stream
All right, don't
unless I
worry.
go
All right, so
speaker.
check it out. So I'm gonna do is fuck it, edit main deck, and I'm gonna go and put in all the cards that already go there. So we were thinking all off the rip, like what we can do to the deck now that we can add, because what the errata said basically is you can now use, you know, you can now use extra cards, which makes the deck so much better. Because like the deck had one negate, like you said, it was the Frieza, right? Like, and I mean, so the point of that, and Alex, you're better, I guess, at articulating this than I am. So, give me some rope here. If I fuck it up, pick it up for me. The thing with that is that you couldn't use the effect of villainous on your opponent's turn, because every time you play a battle card, right, trigger villainous is triggered, right? So they drop a
Well,
card
okay,
each time.
so it triggers all the other villainous. It doesn't trigger the villainous that you're playing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, let's say you have Turles, Broly, and Janemba on the field. They all have villainous, and then let's say you play Garlic Jr. during your turn. Turles, Broly, and Janemba will all trigger, making your opponent discard 3 cards.
Right. Okay, cool. Right. But the problem with that, what you're saying, is that the only card that could be played on your opponent's turn, was like the Frieza, and the Frieza is, again, give me rope here, was like, oh, you
Can't
can't
play if
play.
there's more than one,
Right.
I believe.
So okay, if you're getting what we're getting at here, I guess like the point was, let's play a guy on your opponent's turn and have him drop like 4 cards, right? Like, you wanna rebrand them, I guess, for 1 or 2 energy on their turn. So
Mhm.
I'm just adding all the villainous cards, and I get with Chris yesterday, and I'm like, hey, dude, what the fuck, like, what can we add to this thing? And like, obviously our heads always got a sense of being off the rip, right, which is a little less good. But I said to him, like, hey man, what can we do? What's an extra card that, like, is there like a slug extra card that activate battle plays a slug? He said something about um the black negate. Fuck, what was it called, bro? Playtime's over. But
Playtime is
yeah,
over. Yeah.
but it negates the skills. We'll fix the ratio here of what I have now. So tell me, Chris, what your idea was, which is cool. You know what you found, and what's it
Yeah,
called so I can find it.
it's called Anti-Dimensional Slice, and it's a the Janemba card that free plays an evil incarnate from their drop area. And luckily, one of the villainous cards happens to be Janemba, so it's a 2 tap for 2 blue, and I mean it plays the villainous on your opponent's turn
Yeah.
on your
Slice.
active battle.
Wait, what? What do you mean twice? Let me like,
Slice.
yeah.
Slice. Slice.
Oh, slice. Thank you. You're looking at like, dude. I so I. All right. Anti-demand.
Also, you need to put a dash between anti and dimensional.
Oh, good. I was wondering. I was wondering about that motherfucking word. Okay. Okay. And then I put slice twice. Bet. So the good thing about this card is that I obviously it's able to play the Genome. Does it negate the attack?
Then activate
No,
battle.
it's an activate battle.
Oh,
That just
okay.
gives.
So yeah, so activate
just-
battle, choose up to one of your evil incarnate cards, and it gets 15 power for the battle, right? And then play up to one blue incarnate card with an energy cost 2 from your drop area. Okay, so I mean, what the setup isn't that crazy, right? I mean, you obviously can, you know, you can set it up. So all right,
With this, we would need to play Sensubin as well.
All right, so another thing that this brings up is like we can now play a secret rare because Bandai, dog, y'all know how nice I am to Bandai, but dude, they're getting retarded with the shit they're doing because I can't. They're making a lot of mistakes, a lot of typos, a lot of. I think it can, and tell me if I'm not being fair right now. Maybe maybe I'm capping a little bit, but I feel like they should have made that cell like villainous. Like I don't understand. Because
The Cell Max?
Yeah.
The Cell Max should have been villainous, yes.
Yeah, there was
that's
no
something
reason
I'm
not.
really upset that with these erratas that they made that they didn't make him villainous.
Yeah.
I don't understand, like, thematically, he should be villainous. He's Magenta's creation. Not directly
He's
Magenta's
literally,
creation.
if you look at Magenta, his whole deal in the movie was that he made Cell Max. In fact, this is the only villain that has anything to do with Magenta. I like the theme. I get it. It's movie villains. I get it. I get what you're going to with this deck. But like, Cell Max is actually the only one relevant with him. But whatever. So, one of you? I know you guys are going to work. We're doing a very rushed video, but can one of you guys tell me what SCR you guys are thinking of? And I think we're thinking of
SS4 the Vermilion Saiyans.
Right, you see the rainbow colors. We
Yep.
have extra cards. It's always Vermilion.
All right.
SS4 colon. And then just
Wait, maybe let's see if I can get away with
you
just
put a
doing
colon.
this.
You put a colon.
A
It's
colon.
not
What's
gonna
a,
show.
what's a colon?
Put a colon after the 4. Dog, the 2 dots.
Oh, the 2 dots. Hey man, I don't. Hey man, look, I didn't pass second grade, quote. You guys are assholes.
Delete Vermilion because you probably spelt it wrong.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, when I look for the cards, put Vermilion.
So one thing about the SS4 Vermilion is that it is a really good defensive card, and I think this deck like needed some sort of defensive. All right, so let's look at the ratios here.
This card says you're not killing me this
Yeah,
turn,
exactly.
pretty much.
Okay, so ratios wise, help me out here, Alex. Give me some rope. So
2 Bio Broly.
Okay, so 2. Yeah, thank you for going in order. So if you're watching from home, yeah, Alex and Chris already had a list. So we're gonna let's clean this up. What about the Red Ribbon Robot?
I think we cut that, did we not?
I
don't know
honestly
why
think we
did.
should put it back. Yeah, I think that's
Yeah.
a card that
I don't know why we cut that. We should play that at like 2.
Let's
that
put it
card's
2
really
for
good.
now. Cooler and Android 13.
Cooler at 4, Android 13 at 0.
bad.
Yeah, 13 is bad. All right, so if you're watching at home, you hate to see it. 13 is bad.
My boy 13's got to get cut from the deck. Wheelo as well.
Dr. Weiro and Slug.
Wheelo's a side card, so cut him out of the main.
Mm-hmm.
And then Slug the 1.
Okay.
The issue with Slug is that he's a 1-cost combo, and he doesn't even kill the card that's attacking. He has to kill something else in rest mode.
Awesome.
That's the thing I don't like about Slug.
Do we like that? I
what's
mean,
the
that one
next card
drop's
we
good,
have?
right? You need it to
You
like
have 4 Gurumis, 2 Beerus,
the Janembat 4, obviously.
4 Nemba.
Yeah.
Janemba and Turles are 4-ofs.
Yeah. Harudegarn, Villainous Threat.
I think that's at 2, right?
Dude, I might even say 1
3.
because like I'm not gonna lie, bro. Every time I have that card, I never play.
We'll put 1 and come back to it. No worries. Bojack and Garlic Jr.
Bojack 2, Garlic Jr. 0. He cut Garlic Jr. out, which is surprising.
Oh, Bojack is good. Like,
Yeah, I don't know why you have these weird ratios in this list, because Bojack is, like,
Well, we
Turles,
can
one of the
always
only ones that can
change
play
it.
himself for 1.
We just want to cut the fat and let people know which cards aren't worth.
Alright, cut Garlic out.
Yeah,
Cut
and
Garlic
look, if
out.
you're watching from home, tell us if you think
Cut
one of
this
these is
Broly.
good.
yeah, actually,
Broly's
so
bad?
maybe what's Bojack's
Yeah,
ratio
cut
right
this guy.
now?
Wait, what does he do with the super combo? Hold on. Oh, without super combo. Okay, never mind. You're right.
It's Lucifer.
What were you saying, Chris?
What's Bojack's ratio?
Put this to 4. This is the super combo. Lucifer's a super combo. Put him to 4.
Yeah. Cooler?
2.
What were you saying, Chris?
What is Bojack's ratio?
Bojack is at 2.
You have him at 2.
I might honestly put that at 3 because Alex is actually kind of true. It's like Turles. It comes up for one cost villainous are really important.
Okay, that's good. That's a good point. So
Yeah,
let's see where the deck's at now. The deck is now at 41. Great. So we got room. Are we putting that activate battle anti-dimensional slice at 4? Right. Yeah, we are. Right. I mean,
Of course, we talked about. Okay, maybe
No.
not a 4 though. Put it.
That's okay. Do we have enough
You
blue
wanna
energy
see
to make
it?
this work? Let's see. So we have Bean. Oh yeah, we have Guard, but only at one of. We have Red Ribbon Robot. Okay, are there any cards that stand out for you in this archetype? Like a Bojack or a Bio Broly, in bad or good? I mean, we took out the bad ones, but if people are watching this video, is there a card here that you guys are like, oh, this card's
You
nuts?
didn't put the 5-drop Broly in this deck. Put the 5-drop Broly in. You left that card out.
Oh,
And the
cool.
4-drop Broly.
Yeah, and the 4-drop.
Oh, cool. Okay, so
You're missing the kill cards of the deck.
awesome. Oh, wait a minute. Those are villainous? Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I literally, so Zenkai series, Fighting Envision. I just clicked Broly, and let's see what comes up. You're monitoring what the. All right, so these cards here, bro.
No. Scroll down.
Okay, let me
Right,
know.
no, no, all
Remember,
the
there's a
cards
whole
are called-
Broly archetype.
Oh,
there you
these
go, right
guys.
there.
Yeah. Okay, so let's put one
One
for
of
now.
him and then one of the red one.
Okay, it's one
Right,
and
they're
one.
called villainous threat. Like every single one of the villains, you could have just found them like that.
I'm gonna be honest. No, dude, I couldn't do that. I tried that when I first started. Or maybe I'm wrong. You know me. All right,
Because
so
we don't know how to spell villainous.
yeah, yeah, it's exactly. No,
No, dude, I don't
it's a
either.
track
I kept
down.
spelling
It's a
it wrong.
search down. It's a fucking. Shut up. All right, so all right, so we have 43 cards. What else? What else we adding? What else we
Okay,
add?
We need 3 token negates because we can play it now.
All right. Wow, what are the name of those beaches?
Support of the Dark Empire.
I think I can spell that.
We run 2 dirty bursts.
2 dirty bursts.
Ooh, dirty bird.
We give a fuck about these. We give a
Oh,
fuck about
I'm
these
sorry.
black
I'm
cards.
sorry.
for
1
one?
burst, power burst.
Oh, okay.
Man, the
Oh.
fucking resident blue player over here.
Hey, man.
I don't
Actually,
remember what
wait.
burst
That's
burst is
that's
for
not a
the
bad
side.
idea. That's not a bad idea at all. I actually
You're
don't-
still searching within Fighter's Ambition, are you not?
No.
Okay then.
No, I was.
No.
How many support of the Dark Empires? 2, 3, well, whatever. We'll
3.
figure that out.
3.
Okay, that's fair. What was the other card?
And then two power burst.
No, but I do like Dirty Burst on the side. That is nasty. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
That's.
Because
Petrification.
blues are dumb. Blues are dominant color.
You don't think this is a side card?
It can be a side card, but we have one in the main right now, just in case we
That's
need
fair.
it.
That's fair. We are at 49. Cool. Are any
Two
of the
Protector
ratios?
of the People.
Say what?
2 Protector of the People.
Okay.
Personally, I think it's one of the best counterattacks in the game.
I do
right
like
now.
it. We're gonna use the Vegeta art, obviously. All right, so
Yeah.
we're at 51. That's fine, right?
Yeah.
And then we were also saying 2 Super Kamehameha, and then we'll have to decide to cut a couple cards out.
Okay.
Yeah, now the deck actually has counterplay.
Exactly. We can do things. We don't have to sit here and tell your opponent, yes, this is Pokemon. I can't interact on your turn.
Wait, do
Dog.
you want to play Super Kamehameha or do you want to play Begrudging Allies?
Begrudging is pretty good because it can be activated before you're at 4 or less. While Super Kamehameha has to wait until 4 or less. So Begrudging might be good. But I think Begrudging can't be
How do
free,
you like?
correct?
How do you guys like this card? I've yet to see someone use it, but yeah, it is sick, isn't it? You know,
the only difference basically is that Super Kamehameha can be free when you're at 4 or less by self-ripping. This one can be activated before you're 4 or less because Super Kamehameha says you have to be at 4 or less.
yeah.
But the thing is, you kind of want to be at 4 or less, and you can take yourself to 4 or less. So I don't think Begrudging.
How about
is
we do
necessary.
1-on-1 and let people at home decide?
Sure.
All right.
Yeah, they're both good. in their own
But
right.
that's cool. I think one thing that you turned me around on is weird counterplays. Like you got me thinking about the green one that you drop 2 cards and it's free or some shit.
The Dark Death
So
Ball.
yeah.
The
It's good to have
the
an-
box one's called Time Bullet.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but you need a unison for it, so that's not good. Yeah,
No,
I
no.
want
Yeah.
to say one of my favorite things about playing with Frank is playing with him, and then him like when I'm playing green, and he's like, I have to think about that like stupid ass Frieza negate, and I'm like, yes.
Yeah, no, it is true. So you gotta keep an open mind with this bitch. I like the deck so far. I fuck with it. Do you got any thought like how much hand control? So when are we doing this tap 2 shit? Is this gonna get in the way of the deck? Is it costing too much? Is it like
Nah.
what are we thinking about this? Like where
Because that's what
we're trying to
being. Because being substitutes the cost.
So essentially, it's a 1 cost because when your opponent attacks, you send Subin up to 2. You put yourself to 20k for the turn, and then you also anti-dimensional slice. You don't care about the plus 15k if I'm being quite honest. You just want the free play of the evil incarnate
yeah.
because on your opponent's turn, villainousing them again is disgusting in my opinion. You know, you're playing this on probably like you after you've ended your turn at 3.
Yeah, yeah,
You know,
yeah.
you go into your next turn with 1 energy up, you sensu bean, you dimensional slice, and you rip more cards out of their hand. Then the next turn starts, you tap like 1 energy and you play Bojack and
Mm-hmm.
or Turles or some shit. I believe they're 1 energy ones. You play and then tell your opponent, yeah, drop another 4 cards from your hand.
Right,
And it's just like,
exactly. No, no, and
and then
that's what makes a deck sick. Because like at first, it honestly was taking a long time for this deck to like set up, I guess. And like what? So you're gonna play 1 Bojack turn 4, and they drop 3 cards, and that's a lot. Don't get me wrong, but it's like okay, you have to like hope that the cards are still on board, and you have to hope that the other team or the other player hasn't like completely set up his entire deck yet, which we know that nowadays can be a lot quicker than that. Like Sin Shenron will be like Z Awakened and fucking like with 2 Sins on board and a Vegeta
yeah,
Z card by then. You know what I mean?
Sin
Like
Shenron doesn't appreciate hand control. I'll be
yeah,
quite honest.
yeah,
They don't appreciate hand control.
yeah. And it's like, and do any of these guys have barrier? By the way, like Sin Shenron will eat these up.
No.
Yeah, exactly. So like, you know what I mean?
No,
Like,
the only one with protection dies to red. That's Garlic Jr. because he has indestructible.
oh, that's awesome. So yeah, I mean, with barrier, this deck would be a little too crazy. I'm not gonna lie, but you know, we could. You know, the other day, one of you guys gave me a good idea about a matchup against blue or against Sin Shenron, and it's this deck. Oh, we can't do it. God damn it! I was thinking of BR Goku because it's really good against Shenron, but yeah, this deck can't play battle cards. I forgot. So,
Listen, I'm not gonna complain that it's locked to battle cards anymore. We got extra cards.
oh yeah, we
You
have
know,
that
like
exactly. So it
like
gives the deck the
like
defense
the
it needed.
Vermilion Sands is such a really good SCR for the deck because a lot of decks or a lot of players, you know, they'll set up their board and then you just get rid of the whole thing, and
Yeah.
now they have to reset up everything again, use resources out of their hand to reset up their board, and now their hand's smaller for you to hand control them.
Yeah, so for each card color among cards in your battle areas and energy areas, you choose one of your opponent's battle cards ignoring barrier, and you just send it to the warp. And for each card sent for the warp, you're going to get a 5k pump for the turn. So, I mean, you're going to get a 20k pump as you get rid of fourth. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like Alex
Yeah,
said, it's a good
and
defensive card it needed.
and also you said in your battle in energy areas. It also counts your opponent, if I'm not
Oh, get the
mistaken.
fuck
It
out of
says
here. Are you
in the
serious?
battle energy in
Oh,
the
yeah.
battle
In
area
battle
energy area.
areas and energy areas. You're 100% correct. That's
So
funny. That's troll.
yeah, if you're against like for
Yellow.
example red yellow sin, and let's
Yeah.
say you
Just
charge a
charge
green and a
blue.
blue,
Yeah, you're a
you charge
slide.
green and blue, and then they charge the red yellow warp, and you now have 4
That's
warps.
awesome. So this was your spice, Chris. I want to give you the. We both had
Oh,
the
he's
idea.
gone. He,
Oh,
he he's disappeared.
just like my dad, he left without saying goodbye. So we want to give Chris the. We want to give him the props. And anything else that you are thinking of that you're like? Because I'm in my head because I thought of this before going to sleep, but I'm like, are there any cards that like free play? Like, is there a Slug Army negate, or is there like or is there a Doctor Wero activate battle that like plays one of these fucking guys? And I'm still thinking about
Wait,
like,
there is a Wheelo card. What is it called? Rise
will it be
of
good, or is it like could it be playable?
I think it's cheeks. I think it's
Let
cheeks.
me see.
I
All
don't
right, what
think
is
it's
it
good.
called? Let's let the. But if you're watching from home, like you know where our mentality's at, right? Like you get what we're trying to do here. We're trying to play, and I don't think that card's too neg, right? I mean, what I mean, we're tapping 2 for them to drop 3, I guess, and playing a card. Who knows?
I mean,
I don't know.
tapping 2 to make them. The thing is, you say dropping 3, but imagine this on like turn 4, turn
Hmm.
5, when you have a
Right,
wide board of villainesses.
right.
Because I've been playtesting against Chris with a few different decks,
Sure.
and there was one game where he had like 6 or 7 villainesses. So if he
Oh, that's
played
awesome.
the Nemba on my turn, I'd be discarding 6 to 7 cards,
A
which
turn,
is
a turn.
insane. Yeah, which
Yeah.
is fucking
And you
retarded.
only have to play like you will be tapping out every turn to play villainous cards, and then only tapping 1 on turn 4 to play one, and then tapping your 2 on your opponent's turn. That's where it gets crazy. You know what I mean? On that turn 4, when you're just tapping 1 for the Bojack, pass, and then their turn, you tap 1, they drop 3, pass, activate battle, use Janemba, they drop 4, or whatever it is, and like that's when it gets nuts when they drop like 8 cards in half a turn. So here, what's the name of the slug card you're talking about, if you remember?
Second, 1 second.
Yeah, it's yellow. I'm guessing it's yellow.
I'm sorry. My cat's like choking on something.
Oh no, oh, poor baby. So yeah, I'm thinking
He
like,
seems
are
fine now.
there? Because what are the other like Broly cards? I don't think there's any. Oh wait a minute, there might be a Broly card that plays Brolys on your opponent, but I think it's only for little stuff. I'm trying to think now. Or fuck that. Are there any just extra cards that play guys? Like you know what reminds me of this is like there's an Android 17 negate, and the Android 17 negate plays a one drop, but that's a battle card, so you can't play it in this deck. Um, let me see. Let me
Sorry
see.
about that.
Let me see.
What were we talking about? I'm sorry.
I'm brainstorming things that play things that
There's
aren't
not a lot that play stuff without like restrictions on them for the turn.
right. It'll have a restriction,
Is
and
the
I'm
issue.
thinking like there's got to be a Slug Army card that does that. There's got to be a Bojack card that does that. There's got to be a you know what I mean like exact. Chris found the one for Janemba, for example.
Yeah.
It's like what's the one? Let's try to find a one for Slug that you were talking about. Is it yellow or green?
I mean, it's definitely yellow or green. I
Okay,
have no idea.
we click both.
I don't remember saying a slug card. But we'll see.
Okay. Oh, you didn't? Okay. Well, let me see.
No, I don't
What if
recall
we just
saying
type,
anything
what's
about
this? What
slug.
if you just type slug, and when we go to type, we put extra cards and see what. And if you're watching from home, and you know, okay, so what is cling to life? This is my favorite card.
It's essentially being for slugs army
Cling,
cards.
cling to cope.
Playing to
Go
cope.
on whistles. No. Activate this card's counter. It's a negate. Oh yeah, and that doesn't play anything. Okay. Oh yeah, this doesn't really. Oh, actually, hold on. Yeah. Oh, okay. It have to be a Xeno. Yeah. I'm looking at the 6-star ball, Parasitic
No, yeah,
Darkness.
nothing here
That won't do it.
works.
All right. Let's type Bojack. What color is Bojack? He's always blue, right? Yeah. Let's click blue.
No, actually, there's yellow Bojack
Oh, I'm
stuff.
an idiot. Right. Yeah. There is yellow Bojack. All right. So submit. You looking. You see what I'm doing, right? You're pulling up. You're picking
Yeah,
up what
I'm
I'm
doing the
seeing.
same thing you're doing.
All right.
Look, Galactic Buster, rest in pepperoni.
Rest in pepper.
Choose one Bojack Brigade with energy cost of 2 or less in your deck.
Oh, get the fuck out of here!
This,
Does
this
this
costs
work?
4, right?
Does this work?
No, I think our Bojack costs 4.
Fuck!
Let me go back.
All right.
Oh, he
Well,
costs 3. Fuck, he was so
dude, you're
close.
so close. Bandai thought of this. No way. No, they didn't. Choose 2 cards from your hand. Place them in a drop area. If leader card. Yep. If your leader card is a Bojack. All right. We tried. But it does KO something, not play. All right. What's next?
Broly?
Broly. Oh, but he's got a million colors. We'll
Yeah, he
pick.
has all the colors.
Well, he's not yellow or blue. He's red and green, or black. All right. Just in case.
Red, green, black,
Yeah.
yellow. There is a yellow Broly.
Oh, you're right. Fuck, there's no blue ones. All right, cool. Fuck, dude. They love Broly, dude. All right, so extra card. Whoa, there's so many. But hold on. I mean, we know what these fuckers do. Like, not this one.
I don't think there's a Broly card that plays from.
No, but you know what it is? There's like wish cards, I think, that used to play them back in the day. And like remember, aren't there the things that play things are like they're like wish cards and they play Ba and stuff. Not yeah, this is like if your leaders, and they're always very like if your leaders Broly type shit. Not him, not
Yeah.
him, not him. Not demonic barrier. This is 3. A lot of these are just like 4 costs and shit. This is interesting. What is this? If your leader card is a mono red sand, yep. Not Broly's ring. Yeah, a kind wish. A kind wish. This is the one I was talking about. Yeah, this one plays a Broly, but it's a Broly BR, and it's like a 4-drop, and it costs 4 and 3 green.
Yeah, I'm okay.
Yeah, right. Yeah, if your leader's Broly Chilai, okay. All right, let me see. What's next? Broly Janemba. What's the other guy?
Furless, but I just checked him.
Yeah. What's the other fucking guy in our deck? There's a Broly, there's Janemba that we haven't done.
There's Meta Cooler, but there's nothing for him. There's Harudagarn. Is there anything that cheats out of Harudagarn?
Oh, wasn't there a thing called Ectoplasm or something? Yeah, there's a
Think
thing
so.
called Ectoplasm that he's green too.
Okay, time out.
Yeah.
Time out. Ectoplasm might be stupid.
Yeah.
So Ectoplasm says choose one Harudagarn card in your battle area, send it to your warp. At the start of your next main phase, play that card from your warp. So this is so you
Whoa!
Okay,
I found
this
it,
is
baby.
retarded because this is a zero cost that so you play the Hrudegarn for one, I believe, with the leader effect, right? So the leader effect cheat the Hrudegarn out for
Yeah.
one. You switch this to rest mode, untap the energy you just tapped, so it's free. It's free, and it triggers villainous. You then warp it, play it back during the start of your next turn, trigger all your villainous again. So this card's stupid.
Yo, did I find the spice?
Ectoplasm might be stupid.
Dad, did I find the spice?
Are you winning, son? I'm
Yeah.
gonna go buy 4 ectoplasms right now. Give me one
Foil. Alright, so I'll release I'll release the video today. And wait, how many of them do we run though? Was he one of the bad ones? Where's Hiru?
Hrudegarn? No, Hrudegarn was not bad. If
He
I'm not
had it
mistaken.
at
I thought
one
Hrudegarn
though.
was really
So
good.
let me see. Okay. Oh, he has barrier.
The issue is okay. So
He's
the issue with
barrier.
him is that he's the issue. Yes, but the issue with him is he's 4, so you have to wait till your turn 4 to free play him.
Okay. Do that then. When this card
But I'm
attacks,
definitely
you
gonna
choose-
buy a few ectoplasms.
Hold on. When this card attacks, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards and place it on top of the owner. Can you get enough in case I need somebody?
Yes.
Well, you don't have
I'm
to.
gonna
I mean,
buy a
it's
few.
20 cents. I'll fucking
Dude,
cash
they're
out you.
nothing. I'm gonna buy them. Don't worry. I'm just not buying foils because
Why
I don't feel
not?
like buying from 8 different people.
Oh my god, you're such a baby. How much are the foils?
Foils are like pennies.
How much were the
Oh my
two-drop
God,
Janemba
what
cards?
is wrong with you, Celine?
How much are the Janemba cards that we thought of?
Cents.
Cents? Hey, what about
Yeah.
foils? I'm thinking about this deck a lot, dude. When this card attacks, wait, this isn't bad. It bottom decks a card when it attacks as barrier, and if you switch it to rest mode at the end of your turn, well, you're not gonna do this, but whatever. I mean, it's a one-drop 20k barrier that like removes a card. This is pretty decent, dude. Yeah, dude, I found the spice, my guy. All right, so we're making this 4 of because we're in Ectoplasm, right? 3. We're making it a 3 of, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we go down on something else. That's fine. Bro, the heater.
That's a really good option in my opinion.
Dude, yes. That's awesome. And we have a blue energy. By the way, the great thing about this is that we can use this as blue energy for each other. You know what I mean? But by the way, it doesn't play it on their turn, though. It plays it at their turn. At my turn, I'm sorry.
No, yeah, that's fine. You
Which
know
is fine,
why?
but it's free.
Because it means we can Sensu Bean up, play our evil incarnate during their turn, and then it comes back during our next turn.
That's so stupid. Yeah, that's awesome. Wait, I mean,
Now,
hold on.
this may sound a bit janky because it's from it may sound a bit janky because it's from like
Except
we're
4.
doing so much stuff.
Yeah.
But who knows? Maybe it works out well.
Yeah. Well, whatever. We're thinking of the spice. We're thinking here. But the thing is, we are at
Exactly.
59 cards, so we'd have to cut some things. So, but we don't want to cut these negates.
Well,
These are
we're
nice.
just putting stuff in for now. And seeing
Exactly,
what's
exactly. So I would sideboard some of these. Like these would be good against go wide decks. Maybe go down one of these. I don't know. That hurts a little less. Maybe go to 55, which I hate. I always like being at 50, exactly 50, as much as I can. But if you're at home and you're watching, maybe go to 3 beans. You can you see what we're doing.
We do not need 4 ectoplasms.
Okay, cool. All right, so we go to 3. How about that? Yeah, because we're gonna
That's
go till turn what? I mean, this happens turn 4.
This would
Ectoplasm?
happen turn 4, so like
Yeah.
3 of them is fine.
Isn't it a counterplay though? Yeah, it's a counterplay. Choose one Hrudegarn in your battle area, send it to the warp, and at the start of my men phase, play that card from my. Damn, you know what? This really isn't bad. The more I think about it, I really, I'm glad I thought of this shit on the
No,
spot.
it protects your Hrudegarn and gets rid of it,
Okay.
and then it tells your opponent, yeah, you're discarding this much unless you answer my board.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm glad I remembered that card from 20 years ago. Nothing for him. Oh yeah, what is this? Red Ribbon Robot? Nothing that plays this guy, right? This guy's very expensive, so I don't
No, he
know.
plays himself. No, he plays himself. Read him.
I mean, like extra cards. Like
Go limit
older
one
extra
if it's your
cards.
turn. When one of your villainous or red ribbon army cards removed from your battle area by a skill, play this card from your hand.
Okay, cool. Critical for the turn. Cool. Okay. Let's see. We looked at Bojacks. Coolers, you said you checked. Broly's. No tree stuff. Plays this fucking nerd, right? Turles.
No, I checked Turles. I didn't check Cooler. I checked Turles. I said.
Oh, okay. So we'll check
But
cooler.
Cooler, I don't think works because the only card was Hopeless Sight, and I don't think it plays it.
And I know nothing plays
No.
Beerus's. Oh, we have an offering guy. This is cool. Oh, but it's
This
like
card isn't with a Cooler? No. Yeah, we have an offering guy, but he has to be played with the leader effect.
yeah, okay.
But
Whatever.
still,
Fuck
it's
you
offering.
Yeah, fuck
You're
you
taking
offering.
cards from your opponent and then putting cards in. You're taking cards from your opponent.
Actually, offering is
And
nuts in this deck. To be
no,
honest with
yeah,
you.
exactly. You're telling your opponent you're losing cards. Now, do you also want to crit life or give me
Yeah. Wait.
cards?
Actually, what's this at 2? And now to think about it, it's just kind of a nutty card, but whatever. As we play this deck more, we'll figure out, what we're gonna do. But yeah, so I came with the Ectoplasm Spice. Chris came with the Interdimensional Slice Spice. Alex came with
I just came.
literally, yeah, he just came. No, he came with the Kameha Power Burst Spice, the Negate Spice. I took out some of the other Spice, but you heard them. Oh, wait a minute, you were the first one to bring up the Vermilion Saiyan Spice. What?
Dog, any rainbow deck plays Vermilion. It's like the
Yeah.
best SCR for
Yeah.
rainbow decks.
And it makes you not feel bad about not having Cellmax. I mean, I still want Cellmax in this deck, but whatever.
I don't
Like,
understand.
they
like
fucked us.
if I doubt Bandai listens to videos like this, but if they do, that was a huge mistake. I have no idea why you didn't make Cellmax villainous.
I really
Like
don't.
it should
I
be
really
villainous.
don't.
It's you have to wait till turn 4 to play it first of all.
It's so
And
illogical.
people say, so what if it was villainous? You can't play it in this leader because your leader has to be green. Just make it simple. If your leader's green or magenta, done. Play
And-
the card from your hand.
Yeah, and
It's like
something
I don't get it.
something has to be said about prop is given when it's due. Where like that card is like perfectly balanced. I love they truly have learned from some of the mistakes from the past, from like Celzino, for example. That card shows true mastery in building and in designing. And in the same breath, they do some shit like that, where like they don't give it villainous, which shows such a sloppy like. So I don't know what it is. Is the developer team different than the printing team, or because like, dude, that collector's item thing, I love that shit, but I don't know if I'm getting it. If half the cards have some misspelled shit, or like, you know what I mean, like, and then
Yeah, no.
and I know it's bitch to complain that the UI Goku has white hair, but I don't like that. It's a UI Goku. Why is it so in blue? Like,
No, yeah. I
It's so
feel like
good.
a lot of the products here for set 2, and I don't mean to shit on Bandai, but I feel like set 2 itself was rushed out.
I do. You can
I
tell
don't
it
feel
was.
like this. I don't feel like this set had time to become what it could have been at full potential. Because you look at this leader right now. This deck does not look like a main deck set. This deck looks like an anniversary box deck.
Yeah.
This looks like a deck they made for the anniversary box that they were like, now let's throw it in the main set so we don't have to worry about making a black deck because they want to focus on the Cumber deck they've already revealed that they're doing for next set.
Yeah,
They're like,
right.
we want to focus on Cumber to make Cumber stupid, so just throw the anniversary deck into the main set, which I don't like because now I look at the anniversary box and all the singles are worth nothing.
Yeah.
And I have one of each SCR, and it's like, oh, I don't have any reason to purchase an anniversary box now.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
I can't pull like alternate foils of these cards like I could have of the Bardoks and of the AODs in the previous years. This set has a lot of like just misspellings and stuff. The worst thing recently is
Misspellings
the
are so bad, dude. I feel like the your is really bad. The combo's really bad, and it's such a petty thing.
The Gogeta is like, if I were Bandit, I'd be embarrassed. Because
sure they
how are you
are.
gonna print? How are you gonna print a collector
Yeah.
binder card and fuck it up that bad?
Dude, it's bad because it's a collector. You're right. But you know what's funny? Like, I'm the most like I think Dragon Ball, and I don't just say this lightly. I think the Dragon Ball Super card game is the best TCG, and I don't work for Bandai. I have. If you look at the DMs, I've sent Bandai some nasty DMs before, like they made Vegeta great, because Vegeta sucked for a while in this game, and I'm like, look, and this is the best game, balancing wise, the way the setup for combo step is, the resource management, it's the most fun I think, and it really brings together competitive and fun play, which this is the best game for doing that. While other games really sets that apart if you're competitive or you're having fun. In this game, you can really do both, with balance to the game itself. But, dude, it's to the point where people think I'm too positive about Bandai, but no, like this is fucked up. The way that they're dropping the ball on some of these cards and some of the editing, and it's like sloppy stuff. Sometimes it's things that I don't complain when, for example, okay, today, let's say, and this is not the case, that let's say that Ectoplasm, right? Ectoplasm and Hirudegarn, and let's say that Anti-Dimensional Slice and Janemba break the game, right? Would I be mad at Bandai? No, I can see them forgetting about Ectoplasm. I can see them forgetting about Anti-Dimensional Slice. That's an honest mistake if it breaks the game. It's happened before. We're a combination that they weren't expecting, you know, and they just, the library of the game is just too big and they forget. But don't misspell, like, you know what I mean? Like, making Cell Max not villainous is not that scenario. Cell Max should have belonged in his deck. You know what I mean? And like, I wish I could play that SCR here because it's such a nice theme. I get it. This is movie villains. Movie villains is a great theme, but Cell Max goes with Magenta, and I feel like,
I mean, the thing is, Cellmax is a movie villain.
yeah,
He's
exactly.
like the strongest movie villain.
It
Why is he
brings
not
it
here?
together.
They,
He's both.
They give
Yeah.
the issue that I have is they give villainous to all these movie villains. We get Lucifer that we've never seen in the game before. We
Yeah.
get King Gurumus we've never seen in the game before. Hell, they even threw Beerus and Golden Frieza from their respective movies into the deck, but they don't give us Cellmax for some reason.
And
That's
you know
just
what's
what I
funny?
don't like.
You know what's funny? They also consider new movie villains. Because I was thinking too, like, oh, is it because he's not? Because we have a Broly BR, we have a Beerus, so it's like Cell Max brought it together where he's both a Magenta character and he's the movie villain. So far,
Exactly.
I think besides Beerus, I don't care about this argument, but he might be the second or first or third strongest, you know, because there's also Broly. But he is the latest villain, okay? So I can see him being the SCR, right? So I don't know, it was just weird. But and I feel bad because like I feel like they put themselves in corners sometimes. They're like, man, do we Errata sell SCR? Or do we just make it so like they can just play extra cards? Like what's the smaller L to take here, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I feel like they just picked this one because they're like, let's not errata the SCR.
Well,
And I'm
okay,
like,
I'm gonna be
fuck.
honest. If they had to choose between eroding the SCR and eroding the leader to this, I would take this over the SCR errata.
Well, do both. I don't know. I mean, it's not a
Do
bad.
both, of course, yeah, but
Just errata, or your leader's villainous, or whatever. Like you know what I mean? Like, or like what you said, or if your leader's Magenta. And I'm like, it's disappointing because I love Bandai so much. That's why it's disappointing. Dude, when Bandai fucks up, or I'm sorry, when Toonami fucks up, I'm like, yeah, I expect that. Like, when Magic the Gathering is boring and I play it and it sucks, and I'm like, yeah, okay, I expected that. But like, when Dragon Ball does it, it does hurt because like, you know, I truly think this game is like them, you know, capturing lightning in a bottle with this game. I do think this game is really good, and you know, not everybody likes it the way I do, but I do think it's the best game. So, but I'm glad we talked about it. So if you're watching from home, what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on this deck? Do you like the Ectoplasm thing? Do you like the Anti-Dimensional Slice? Now, the Anti-Dimensional Slice, I think, is the best option here. Because, again, what we're trying to do... I'm glad I found Ectoplasm, but that wasn't what we're trying to do. What we're trying to do is play villainous on your opponent's turn, right? So we can maximize the amount of cards that we can take out of their hand. So it's I guess it's a control deck, you know? You're using the battle cards to swing at unisons to get rid of battle cards, and then in your opponent's turn, play an Anti-Dimensional Slice, and then have some, like, free counterplays, right? It negates, I mean, like Support of the Dark Empire, Dirty Burst, Super Kamehameha, you know, have some free defensive stuff, or cheap, right? Bean extends you defensively as well. So, yeah, any
sad
you know.
that Bean got eroded. You know,
Oh, yeah,
I wish
I know.
it never
You could have
did.
been aggro with this. But at the same time, I don't think you want to go too aggro with this. But no, of course. I mean, there are 20Ks. You're right. This could be the new AOD. We're just spitting out 25Ks for one energy. And it's like, you know, that's a good point. Yeah, I mean, yeah, this guy's a double striker. 25K.
He's free, by the way. You shit him out and then you untap the energy you tap to put him out.
Oh, that's so sick. Or you can get rid of something 25K for the turn. That's awesome.
Yep.
Wait a minute. Oh, battle card, yeah. Oh, yeah, that card's actually nasty. And he's a 25K double strike. So, yeah, I mean, yeah, you're right. Yeah, I mean, actually, this could have been a sweet aggro deck, actually. But whatever.
Yeah, but They took away Bean.
I know they took away Bean.
I
I don't know
hate
why
that
the
Bean
fuck
got
they did
eroded.
that. Me too. That's so. All the bad players won with that. Only
I know.
anyone that ever said get rid of Bean was honestly a bad player. Like you can just tell. It's like, oh, what are you playing? And they're always playing like bad shit, fuck decks. And I'm like, and Bandai listens. That's the problem.
In my opinion, it's the same with Bunison. People who cry for Bunison to be hit. Like, there's so many answers to get around Bunison nowadays. It's like, why does that need hit? Oh, you're playing red? Okay, I'm gonna, I have all these cards that neg Unison
Dude, Red
now.
laughs at Boone. I'm watching that shit and I'm like, this is ridiculous. I think I played one against where I was playing against SS3, and I played a slug, and I'm sorry, I played a sin, and I'm like, okay, so barrier, he has barrier now. Activate main. I swing at him. Okay, he loses 3 markers. All right, activate battle, lose a marker, and it was like the easiest board wipe of a unison I've ever done in my life, and I was like, wow.
And with green next to it, it's gonna be ridiculous with the new campaign rare
Green
Gohan.
now.
That's like, oh, I'm gonna swing 15 with my leader into your unison.
Yeah, and it's like
combo Gohan, go to 20, tap 1, take 3 markers off, Bunison dead.
Wipe 3 markers out. Yeah, you're put into like this like hostage situation with green. Yeah, you're right with the whole unison thing. And now, I mean, this doesn't count for Boo because he's a 4-drop, but now you have that dragon card, the black one, the 2-drop. That's like nuts. But yeah. What was I gonna say? So yeah.
Anyway, we kind of diverted.
But that's fine. That's what this channel fucking does. That's all we do. So, any final thoughts for this deck? I'm excited to see you play it. I'm excited to see you and Chris. I might build it as well. What are your thoughts, real quick, actually, about the Piccolo? Were you thinking anything about Piccolo? Because I know Krillin also got eroded. Or no? Because I remember. Okay, so the thing with Piccolo is like you can't like Krillin and then save it for later.
So the issue with the Errata to Krillin, which I think was not necessary, is that Krillin costs 2 and then makes the leader cost 1. So it's like 3 cost to Z Awaken, right? Let me look at the Piccolo Z leader.
No, it wouldn't be Z energy. It'd be like I think Krillin's
I'm 3 regular energy. 1 second, let me find the Piccolo Z leader real fast.
Yeah, no.
1 second.
Yeah, so okay. So the thing of it was, Krillin is a 1-drop, 1 normal energy. It's the Z energy that messed it up. It's the Z energy because this would make it 3. Okay, so the way it works is, and correct me if I'm wrong because you're in front of it, but Krillin is 1 energy and 2 Z, and then the Piccolo would be 2 energy and 1 Z, right? So the Krillin would make it...
Okay, so the Krillin's 1 energy, 1 Z, and then the auto, he's going to reduce it by 2, so then it would make... So the leader's basically cost... the leader essentially becomes a 1-3.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. What's wrong with that? So, like, the problem people...
I think that's fine, yeah.
Isn't Sin, like, 7? So, like, my thing is, like...
Okay, you keep bringing that up, but they put 6 balls
free.
in their life.
I know, but it's
they're in their shit.
Yeah, I know. But, like, I'm just saying, like, I mean, is that a lot for everyone else? Like, how much is Bardock and shit? I don't know. It's a good point. Bardock's 3, right? I'm pretty sure they're all around 2 or 3, aren't they? Like, how much is Vegito, for example? Like, Vegito's 1, though, right? He's cheap. Isn't he? I'm trying to think.
Vegito's super cheap.
Yeah.
I think Vegito is 1.
Yeah, I think he actually might be 1. I'm just trying to think.
A lot of them are either 1 to 2. A lot of them are either 1 to 2.
Okay, so I guess...
Here, let me just load up all Z leaders real fast.
So what people wanted to do is play the Krillin early and then not worry about it for the rest of the game and then Z whenever they want it. And that's fair, right? I really like the Piccolo, but the more I think about it, the more I just like Trunks. Piccolo has that Shenron dragon that you rest and draw a card when you do something. And I'm like, The thing is, though, the Piccolo is, like, the most broken... Not the most broken, but, like, I really like the Z Awaken of Piccolo. Because it draws so goddamn much. And it's so tanky and has so much resting and removal. Like, I really like the Piccolo, the new Piccolo Z. Like, I mean it. That shit is nasty, so... But, what was I going to say? But, alright. Do you have any final thoughts, Alex, I guess, before we send it off?
No, that was pretty much it. We covered almost everything there.
Yeah, man. Let me know if you guys thought of any extra cards that can bring out these fucking villainous guys on your opponent's turn. Which I guess, and let us know. Do you think that our mindset is at the wrong place? When we heard you can play extra cards, we immediately went to, oh, what are some of the defensive negates, or what are some of the extra cards that play villainous threats? Is there another type of like what's your headspace at? What did you think of when you heard the new errata? You know, what does your deck look like? What does ours have that you wouldn't include yourself? Let us know. We'll try to build this deck better. And I'll see you.